Hey, what's up, everybody? Jesse here with Real Estate Connect, back with another video. In this video, I have an important topic to talk about, which is when does it make sense to start running advertisements for yourself as a realtor, as a loan officer, and even as a marketer, even, right? So, like, it might sound even kind of hypocritical for a marketer to not run advertisements, but it does not make sense to do that until certain things have been put into place. And what I mean by that is that you need to have some sales experience with whatever you're doing before you start running advertisements and putting systems in place that can potentially pre-qualify people that you would have to screen before talking with them and seeing if they're a good fit. And that usually is a better route to go whenever you run advertisements, by the way. It's not the best to run advertisements and try to sift through all the leads yourself all the time. But what I would say is, like, from the realtor perspective, if you don't go out and start cold calling and door knocking, or you're just working your sphere of influence and you're talking to people that way, that's okay. But you need to have some experience under your belt with talking to cold prospects. And the reason why is because these leads, even though they have some intent, some interest because they clicked on an ad of yours, doesn't mean that they need their hand held when it comes to the sales process. They still need to be educated. They need to be walked through the process like anybody else. And if you don't have any experience doing that, if you're like a brand new agent or a brand new loan officer or a brand new marketer, trying to bring that person through the sales process compared to when you have a bunch of experience under your belt is night and day. And the return on your investment is going to be affected by it. So, for example, somebody that has one or two transactions under their belt, they have a little bit of experience, but they haven't really been through all of the scenarios, versus somebody that has maybe closed one transaction a month. They've been through that process enough that they are not really going to let any opportunities slip through the cracks, because they know what they need to do with a cold lead or somebody within their sphere of influence. They just were able to basically take business or conduct business with people without advertising first, and then apply what they know from that to the people that are coming through these advertisements, right? So what I would say is, if you don't have a few transactions under your belt, if you haven't closed people consistently, then I would not run advertisements, even as a marketer. So what I would do in that case is you need to outreach to people. And people might think that it's a little hypocritical as a marketer to not run advertisements, but it couldn't be further from the truth. You need to prove that you have a good system, first of all, when you actually work with clients, that it's actually generating the results that you are telling people it's going to generate, right? You want to make sure you have a good product. Your product doesn't have to be perfect before selling it. That's something I'll also just go into too. You want to also sell before you build, in a way, just to make sure that the offers that you're creating are actually resonating with your audiences, right? You have to make sure that people want what you have to offer, and then you can also figure out how to fulfill it later. That's what a lot of marketers actually do. They may even network with another marketing company that gets good results and just work with them and maybe take less profit margins to make sure that their clients are getting good results. But just to touch back on realtors and loan officers, if you're looking to advertise but you're brand new, what I would say is get some coaching first, work some cold leads. I can recommend some coaches to you guys that you could work with that will help you do your own organic lead generation. And what I mean by organic is not paying for advertisements with a company like Real Estate Connect, right? So I actually need to qualify the agents that I talk to. I need to make sure that they're in the right position and in the right mindset when joining a program like ours, because it's not always the right fit. And we need to sift through that pile of people as well. And for a long time, I have not been running advertisements because I needed to work on my sales process and make sure that that process is converting at a rate that I need it to convert at, because then I need to spend quite a bit of money as a marketer, more money than a realtor or a loan officer needs to get a really good return on investment. So that's just a piece of advice. If you're a new agent and you're interested in starting to advertise, there are just a couple things you have to keep in mind, even if you decide to go ahead and do it. You need to call all your leads. You need to get in contact with all those leads and almost think of them as cold prospects, cold leads that you're just generating, but you need to treat them as though they never heard of you, they don't know who you are, and you need to walk them through that sales process. So when people say no, you're not like flabbergasted, and you can actually work with the few leads out of the pile that are actually serious about buying or selling, and you'll start doing business. But like I said, you want to have some sales under your belt so you can let less of those opportunities slip through the cracks. So if you like this video, drop me a like, subscribe to the channel if you're on YouTube, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.